Hello everybody and welcome back to Around the Association. Well, we know the Phoenix Suns are now up 2-1 after taking game 3 versus the Los Angeles Clippers, and we knew Paul George was out. It's unfortunate because Kawhi Leonard did play the first 2 games that he was out. That was really the only hope they had at having a shot to go up 2-1 on their home court. But of course, Kawhi missed time, and now the real conversation begins. You know, it's like, for what you're getting out of Kawhi, would it just be better for him to retire so you can kind of move on, get that salary cap back, you know, get the salary you're paying him? Because at this point, he's not available enough to ever mean anything during a season. Like, he's obviously hurt. I'm not second guessing that on any level. The brother is obviously hurt. But for you to be in a playoff series where you steal a game against Phoenix and you go home and you can't play, and now they've already alerted us that he will not play in game 4 either. So it's really a disservice to your teammates, to be honest, because you're in and out of the lineup. People roles change so often, and at this point you're just unreliable, man. He'd be better off kind of playing like a Udonis Haslem type role for a team, to be honest. That's, you know, and I'm one that thinks that when Kawhi's healthy, he's one of the top 5 players in the NBA, period. And then when you start talking about what he can do on both ends of the court, there's really not many better than him. Honestly, in this league, probably no one better that could give it to you healthy. That's why he was able to lead the Toronto Raptors to an NBA championship. Their first, by the way. Now, I'm not the only one that feels this way. Stephen A. Smith had some things to say in regards to Kawhi Leonard. Take a listen here.
I said this on television. I'm going to say this here on this podcast again. Kawhi Leonard didn't play Thursday night in Game 3 against the Phoenix Suns. Obviously, the Clippers lost despite 40-plus from Norman Powell and 30 and 12 from Russell Westbrook. They still lost. I just have to say it. I'm sick of Kawhi Leonard. I'm sick of him. Seriously. Why don't you just retire? I mean, the dude blackmails the Clippers into moving heaven and earth to acquire Paul George because he was threatening to go to the Lakers if they didn't do what he wanted when they were trying to get him from his 1-year stint in Toronto after winning the title there. They gave him everything he wanted. All the money, manicures, pedicures, helicopter rides, private planes, and they gave him everything. This brother has missed so many damn games it don't make any sense. He's missed more than 50% of his games. I think him and Paul George have played like a grand total of 3 playoff games together. I mean, you just can't make this up. 22% of their games together altogether. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. And his brother drops 38 in Game 1, 31 in Game 2, going at Kevin Durant and Devin Booker in Phoenix. Series tied 1-1, walked off the court, looked fine, and then Ty Lue gets noticed the day of the game. He ain't available to play. Even Ty Lue said it was frustrating. See, this is what pisses me off. You get to a point where it's like, my God, I'm going to put it in perspective for y'all right now. This is Stephen A. talking. And I'd rather have Kyrie Irving than Kawhi Leonard. When the hell did y'all ever think y'all hear me say something like that? I'd rather have Kyrie Irving than Kawhi Leonard. I mean, stop the presses. I must be smoking crack, right?
Stephen A., I get it. I mean, it is frustrating because we're in the NBA playoffs. Kawhi looked like vintage Kawhi. The first 2 games, like he said, 38 to steal game 1, 31 in a loss in game 2. So this brother here is having his way. Kevin Durant, you know, you're going to have to bring it. And Kawhi has always been a very tough matchup for Kevin Durant, for anyone. But Durant seems to struggle even more. He looks more pedestrian. He doesn't have, if you go back and look, he doesn't have those record-breaking, you know, Durant onslaughts against Kawhi. And he's played Kawhi plenty in his career. Usually, you know, best case, he gets to around his average and probably turns the ball over a little bit more or doesn't shoot quite as well as he normally does anytime that season. That's just the fact. He doesn't. Kawhi is a problem for that brother. So the fact that we're again in a situation where we're this late in the season and, you know, you've load managed him all year. He's played games. He's missed back-to-backs. He, you know, like 3 games in 5 days. He rarely played. Like he's load managed already all year. So to get to the playoffs and Paul George is not there, which is, you know, you're already down one of your superstars, but for Kawhi not to be available, it's like, I mean, nobody really expects anything to come of this series, to be honest with you. This game is going to be a gentleman's sweep. Phoenix will finish this in 5 games, and that's just what it is, man. I don't know. I agree. I think Kawhi should retire. He won a couple of championships. He was Finals MVP on 2 occasions. I mean, he's had a Hall of Fame career. It's just unfortunate because he's going to have to go out without being able to, you know, play to his fullest potential in his prime. Let me know what you guys think, man. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to holler at you next time. Peace.